Hey guys, Uncle Jay here with another adulting tip for you. I hate interviewing for jobs. I hate job interviews. I mean, obviously you need to clean yourself up and dress nice, things like that. Have your resume printed out and all that stuff. I remember I applied for a job and they looked over everything and, well, you got the experience and everything that we need. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And when I heard that question, I blanked out. I immediately started having like flashbacks of me shitting all over the side of the highway. The Pringles can turd I saw on Target, dating a squirter, fucking you name it. Like everything would just flash in my head all at once. And I said, I'd rather not. I really want this job. Surprisingly enough, I did get the job, and I still have it today. And I've been on the other side of that table too. When I worked in the video game industry at THQ and some other like small dev houses and stuff, we would have to, I worked in QA and we needed testers. And HR would be like, okay, we got some job applications to come in and why don't you go through them? And I'm like, okay, well this guy looks like he's qualified, and let's bring him in and all right, he'll be here Friday at 2 o'clock, whatever. And I'd sit in on the job interview. And one thing I kind of realized is, like looking over people's resumes and job applications, things like it. Yeah, it shows that they have experience in the workforce and stuff like that. But who are they really? Who are you going to be working with? And what is it going to be like having so-and-so on your team? Well, I got creative, and I created a list of personality type questions to determine how people will react in certain situations. And I actually used these in job interviews, and the results were freaking hilarious. And I'm going to share them with you. All right. Here we go. These are courtly questions of character. Ha-ha! Let me turn it down. It's a little fun. There we go. I'm setting the mood here. You're fox hunting with 3 hounds. The older, most seasoned hound breaks left from the trail. The youthful and more energetic hound breaks to the right. Which direction do you give chase? And I had people fill these out. I'm fucking this up. You have invited the Lady Margaret to your estate for dinner. You, your butler, and the young lady enter the dining room. Do you pull the chair out for her or let your butler, who is closer, to do it in your stead? During dinner, you notice the young woman has at her placemat 2 salad forks instead of 1, accompanied with a dinner fork. Do you A, give her your dinner fork, scold your absent-minded butler, or C, pretend you do not notice and silently question her etiquette? After dinner and some wine, you give the Lady Margaret a brief tour of your trophy room, and as you both enter the room, you show her some various antiquities of your vast collection. Now, being a sporting man, you have many trophies from Africa on your walls. The lady points to the head of a young gazelle and asks, "And what firearm you use to take down the beast?" Do you A, name some rifle that does not exist and pray God she has little or no knowledge of firearms, or B, admit that you do not recall what rifle it was, thus admitting your shortcomings? For the last several months you've been courting the Lady Margaret. She visits your grand estate for cakes and tea, and the Baron von Bushwald stops by for a brief visit while passing through town. After cakes and tea, you suggest the 3 of them go on a carriage ride through the estate. With your stable master handling the reins, you, the Lady Margaret, and von Bushwald enjoy conversation when suddenly the Lady Margaret sneezes. Baron von Bushwald removes his handkerchief before you and offers it to her. Do you A, insist she takes your handkerchief, in fear of von Bushwald attempting to intervene in your courting of the Lady Margaret? Or B, say something along the lines of, "May God bless you, Margaret. May I offer you my handkerchief? Oh, I see the good Baron beat me to it," followed by laughter. Okay, let me turn this shit off. Anyways, yeah, so I made these questions and had applicants fill them out. And the responses were fucking hilarious. Halfway through one of them, this guy was going through it and stuff, and he stopped and he said, "Can I ask a question?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And he says, "Is this real? Is this serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just standard." He's like, "Okay." Just went through full. And I actually I didn't even care what their experience was. Their responses, the answers that they put on there determined who I wanted on my team. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I was kind of fucking around. But you kind of want to know who you're going to be working with. So, anyways, happy fucking New Year's, guys. We did it. High fives and boners. Here's to 2022 being in our rearview mirror and 2023 about to fucking run in like fucking Hulk Hogan. Pissed off running to the ring back in the fucking 80s and shit. So, alright guys, I gotta get out of here. Be safe tonight. It's gonna get fucking nuts. So, alright.